Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games. We're making that trek. On the other side, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
Now a 2nd and 10. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. And I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, it's much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Right back to him on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9 now. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. And defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see.
Unlock line! Unlock line! Let's go now!
Up to the air goes Daniels. That's Samuel, caught left side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Now he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On 1st down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action, now it's Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. You look at this Raiders defense, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
19 target.
Here's Daniels. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A beautiful fake. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. But you look at this defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him for no gain.
And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Daniels looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's brought it down, getting this one up to about the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
First and 10.
To throw is Daniels. And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Bronco switch.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing now is Daniels. They'll try and do, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, I don't know.
That's my English team.
And now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how
man, check out the blocking on here. This is good run blocking. Got layers. Got the fullback, got the defensive tackle playing fullback. Boom! And clears that path. Then look at that, 61 hauling ass, getting up the level. Not gonna lie, this is pretty good run blocking, man. It's a step in the right direction for Madden, man. Used to didn't get this back like in a couple years past. This is good. This is good run block. This is good run blocking logic. Look how they're blocking down on guys and creating that angle. Blackshear just feels it with that speed of his, and it's over. It's over. The moment he hit that crease, it was over, but he was gone. They got no chance. And look at my man back here. He just gave up on it. Like, yeah, it's over with. I think, who was that? Star still. Stand still. He saw that. He's like, yeah, it's over with, man. I ain't about to touch that. Yeah, Blackshear is fast, man.
Explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Washington offense set to take over again. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Come on, come on. Stretch the eagle.
Now Daniels. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. On the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? Tap the 60, tap the 60.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd and...
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. $35 yards that time on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Here we go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On the counter, it's Edwards. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Yeah, he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Well, that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Back to throw. Daniels. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, here's Daniels. He'll try to do it himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's a good acceleration there.
Oh, man, that was a great cut by Blackshear.
125 yards.
I got to see that cut again. See, I got to get mad and do that. This. You couldn't cut like this in past years. Look at this cut to the outside. This play was designed to go inside that A gap, but man, Blackshear with the sweet move. And the speed to get to the outside.
For him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Come on. Hey,
2nd and 3. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hey, pass.
They go play action here on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Back to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
That's interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. And the Washington offense going back to work. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Here we go. Crap going.
Here's 2nd and 8. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second
Come on,
and
come on.
inches at the 30-yard
19
line.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
16-yard line.
Check, Panther.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Hey, hey.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one, and another 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Short throw caught by Bowers. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
19 Lions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jack Besh with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Man, Jack Besh was all over that drive, man. Big catches on that drive.
Oh, without a doubt.
As rewarded with a touchdown.
Forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To the air goes Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. On the return, this is Haney. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here's Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 yards to go, second down. Daniels looking to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing now is Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Daniels. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now Daniels. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Daniels. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Highmark Stadium. It's the Bills at home for an AFC East battle with the Miami Dolphins. And it's the hero wearing jersey number 0, Keon Coleman. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Bills are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's last year's top 10 pick, Michael Penix. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. The Falcons holding on to a 14-3 lead as the game's gone to the half. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the newest Patriot signed away from Houston in the offseason, Stephon Diggs. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. The Pats with the big lead in front of a home crowd at the half. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And able to get this out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
But he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Raiders defense getting ready. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Krosky Merritt to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Come on, come on.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Ready? 60 vices.
Back to throw. Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here's 2nd and 8. Ertz over the middle. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
They juked him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther. Ready, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And his throw is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bronco switch.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Hey.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Cougar 19. Ready,
In motion right, Debo. To the air goes Daniels.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Samuel in motion. He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And now here come the Raiders. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 158 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get 7 out of this. Before being taken down at the 27. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll give them another shot here on the ground. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Ready.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
3rd and 8.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
Here's Daniels. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 199 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now he's into the clear again. He's to the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now it's Haney. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Come on, come on.
Once again, it's Genty. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Up the middle, it's Genty. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here we go. Back to 60.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Fall is in the air and not a moment too soon. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 3. plenty to get to. Let's start in Landover. The Commanders at home to take on the Raiders. And this is the running back. And this will turn into one of the best plays of the week. He's gone. The Raiders are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And it's the NFL's all-time leading rusher as a quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He's a threat to tuck it and pick up the first down, which he does, and more. The Ravens get the victory in the battle of unbeatens. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's a man back from an injury and looking good, Stephon Diggs. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. The Patriots move to 2-1. They get the victory here. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.